Let's do this. Okay, can you put the heat up?
Did you hesitate for 1 minute or
No.
1 second?
No.
When I first tried the nude art outside in landscape, that really took me. We weren't even broken up together when I started shooting again, and then I found out I love this more than him, and we broke up. And I saw there were people taking photos of me from far away, but we got our shots with the volcano, so I don't care. My name is Björk Halldórsdóttir. I am 27 years old. I have lived in Iceland almost my whole life. At the moment, I'm a full-time employee at an elementary school, and I'm a nude art model. I have been doing it for almost 10 years.
我找到比约克，想拍一期关于他的纪录片，因为他是裸体艺术模特，地点是在寒冷国度冰岛。他曾是时尚周走秀的专业模特，不再和经纪公司签约后，如今摄影师与他联络，如果穿衣服，他会收取模特摆拍费用，但拍摄裸体，他完全免费。我很好奇他是一个怎样的人，对于身体，他一定有着和别人不一样的见解。为了更好地了解他，他邀请我在一个周末与他的摄影师一起徒步去了冰岛正在喷发中的火山，亲临现场感受裸体拍摄的魅力。
You look good today.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. Hard condition over there, but I'm gonna do my best.
比约克已经不止一次和身旁的摄影师阿妮卡合作，但这次比往常难度大得多。前往火山需要徒步来回至少6小时，对于现场拍摄情况也无法预料和掌控。
Often it's good to have the car nearby, like if you need to heat up. Yeah, sometimes you just have to hike. But that also gives you heat when you're hiking.
Do you have any concern at the moment? Like there's so many people.
The only thing that I'm most worried about is how the sun is. It's so bright. So we have to find an angle so the sun is shining on me and the volcano is in the back.
来看火山的人那么多，四周也没有遮蔽的地方，他要脱下衣服裤子。我想问的是，他是否感到顾虑？但他完全不认为这是个问题，心里想的只有拍摄光线和角度。多变的冰岛天气，我们到达火山口的时候已经阴天，刮起大风。找到了合适的地点，比约克毫不犹豫，迅速脱衣服，开始了紧张的拍摄。整个过程与想象中的摆拍完全不一样，它更像是在火山前跳舞，有摄影师抓拍。休息时候，他拿出保温杯，里面是热咖啡，暖暖身体。他和摄影师解释，由于纪录片的尺度限制，接下去他会让我拍些背部的特写。
It was windy and the smoke, and the cops came and said that if we stay here longer, it was gonna be bad for our lungs. So we had to go. But I think the ones that we got are gonna be really cool. Some voice inside of me that says oh, this is not a good idea. There are people here. And I saw there were people taking photos of me from far away. And I didn't really have the time to tell them to stop. But we got our shots with the volcano, so I don't care.
比约克从不化妆，拍摄也总是全素颜。 这令人好奇，裸体艺术摄影作品既然是人与自然的和谐，那么会后期很多吗？
And make an exhibition about the body image, accepting embracing it, and then Photoshop everything. Like, what's that for?
There's a guy, he said it was from India. He asked me on Instagram, like, why is your butt always red on the pictures? You see how cold it was, and I love that.
比约克第一次接触裸体拍摄是在18岁生日过后的第2个月，当时的感受至今印象深刻。
It was his first nude photo shoot. He was a student, and it was my first nude shoot. So we came together and really awkward. But the beauty of it was we were both really honest about it. So we kind of got to be awkward together. When I first tried the nude art outside in landscape, that really took me. Seeing the naked body in a beautiful landscape, it's just art. And it's so magical.
冰岛是风光摄影师的天堂，对于裸体艺术模特，同样也提供了难得的创作背景。除了这次的火山拍摄，比约克也曾以极光作为主题。
Like we went there, it was snowing, it was so beautiful. We were kind of just waiting for them to come, and then just the whole sky was green, dancing. We had been there for maybe 2 hours, and I really had to pee. But I don't pee when it's minus. So I was just holding it, and I just wanted to go home, and I was really kind of glad it was finished. But then we were driving, and it's the lava stones, snow on it, and it was shimmering, the snow, because it was so fresh. And we saw the northern lights behind it, and he's like, we have to shoot here. I was like, of course we have to. In crazy cold weathers, -9, you kind of don't want to do it. Your body is telling you, no, what are you doing? Stop this. You're not going to take your clothes off and be naked there. But once you get the clothes off and you get into the situation, it isn't as cold as you thought. For 10 seconds, I have to stay completely still. I hold my breath so I won't move. I try not to blink. I kind of just imagine that I'm a statue. I know it's weird, but it works. I always start standing, go down or sit, and end laying, because that's the coldest. And for me, I don't even count. When you're counting, you know the time is, but if you don't count, you don't think anything, you're just in the moment, then it's just gone like that. So I push myself until my brain is okay, now you're gonna stop and rest a little bit, warm up, and then you can keep going. Because if you push yourself too much, you're kind of done. You're not gonna shoot more.
这10年的裸体拍摄经历，最难忘的一次是在海里，几乎要了他的命。
So the wave comes and it splashes the cliff, and it's really photo beautiful. But we didn't really think of how big the waves could be. So one wave came, the photographer saw it, it's okay, get ready, it's coming. And then it just gets really big and beautiful, but then it started to come over me. Luckily, somehow I grabbed a rock and the wave didn't take me.
我问他，现在想起来还觉得值得吗？
It's so worth it. I would probably not do it again. If I wouldn't have been so quick to think, yeah, it would probably have taken me out. And that's there's no way that you're gonna come out from there.
有一年，比约克暂停了裸体艺术拍摄，为了当时的男朋友。
I thought I was really in love with him and that he was my future husband. I thought that I had to stop it for our future. I stopped for maybe a year, and each time I got just really depressed because nude art is my way of expressing myself. So he kind of took the only way that I used to express my art. He was really insecure, and I totally get that. Like, I've been cheated on, and that made me really insecure. But I was like, but it's nothing like that. Like, when I meet a photographer, it's not like, oh, okay, now we're gonna have sex. It's just not like that. We weren't even broken up together when I started shooting again, because I was like, I just have to try it to see how I feel about it. And then I found out, like, I love this more than him. And we broke up. I would never tell him not to do something that he loved. And I would never do that to my partner. Especially, I was doing it before we met. So it's not like we met, I wasn't doing it, fell in love, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna start shooting naked. It was something that he knew about me. Maybe a part of that industry that is all about sex and stuff like that. I'm not saying that it isn't, but there's like a bigger part of it that it's just about the art and the beauty of the naked body. And I think he never got that.
去火山那次，我见到的是年轻女摄影师。我问比约克，遇到的所有裸体摄影师男女比例如何？
I would say, yeah, then maybe 90% men and 10% women. I have good experience with all of them except one. Beautiful place, like a summer house, beautiful nature. Maybe after 2 hours of shoot, I kind of got like a weird feeling from him. And then he asked, like, have you ever done a photo shoot with a male before? I was like, no, I haven't done it. No, I don't know if I want to do it. And he asked me, like, do you want to shoot with me? I said, like, he's done that before. And I was like, no, I'm not interested in that. Like, I know where this is going. Yeah, so I just got dressed and I saw him bring like a champagne bottle. And he was like, are you sure you don't want to stay? I was like, no, you're going to try me now. But he was totally cool. It's like, okay, yeah, no problem. That was the first time and the only time that I've kind of thought that something could happen. My boyfriend now, of course, he knows that I'm a nude art model. He's a little bit insecure about it, but he really trusts me. Like, you don't have to understand it, but you just have to respect it. Yeah, I was gonna be a professional model. Like, I wanted to be a fashion model. I was taking a part in this fashion week in Reykjavik. I had 1% of fat. I was 170 centimeters and 45 kilos. And they said, oh, that's the perfect. You should stay like this. I was like, oh yeah, okay, great. I will keep on not eating. My mom was abroad and she came home and she saw me as a skeleton. And she put me to like a consult and therapy. It really saved my life. Fashion magazine have been programming girls for many years, and now social media is programming girls to reach a body type that isn't really easy to get. Like, you have to do surgeries. And then I saw a documentary that just like changed everything for me. Orphanages where disabled children are just left alone to pretty much die there slowly. And I thought that was so terrible, so I started learning social educator. And from that, I just like, okay, this is something that I want to try more to do. I've thought about like stopping nude art modeling because I'm working with kids, but at the same time, I think it would be that I'm not true to myself. Because I'm trying to normalize the body. The naked body should be separated from sex. So I thought like maybe it's just like a good example.
就在比约克从社工培训毕业，找到一份小学全职工作时，他参与了冰岛当地电讯公司 Nova 的广告拍摄，里面不仅有他，还有不同年龄、不同性别的人，以裸体方式出镜。
They put like a status that they were looking for people, and that if you were interested, you should contact them. So I'm like, okay, sure, I want to do that. And I applied, sent them an email with a photo of me, of course naked. So I think there were like a lot of people that had never done anything like this. And they were just like, oh, why not? Let's just see. I got this opportunity. That was like the first time I was working with a naked man. That was really weird because Like I came in, we said hello, drank coffee, and he was like 18 years old. So it's like, I'm like, yeah, you're a couple, and you're riding on the scooter, and you're having fun. And it was like, oh, nice to meet you, okay. And I think that was really weird because it happened so fast. But I had a really weird dilemma with myself from that, and I was kind of scared, like, will I lose my job? But then at the end, I was like, it's just a job. So if I will lose it, I still got to take part of something that I really believe in, and it doesn't really matter what other people think. And then it came out, and I think one person recognized me from my work. He saw one of my tattoos. Wait, are you in the Nova ad? And I was like, yes. He was like, okay, that's so funny. Yeah, that's it. So I had this dilemma with myself for no reason.
对于裸体拍摄，比约克从未和父母分享过任何作品，也没有真正聊过，因为他清楚父母对他做这件事并不支持。
My mom, she didn't want to watch it at first. Like, I think you kind of couldn't escape it because they showed it everywhere. But yeah, then they didn't really say anything about it because I know they don't agree with it, they don't get it. So for me, it's like, okay, let's just not talk about it. They don't judge other people doing it. They think the naked body is beautiful, and they have artwork of a naked person like painted in their home. But I think, like, because I'm their little daughter, I'm not supposed to be doing it. I personally don't get it, but I respect it. But they have to also respect that it's my life and my body. I don't share it on my Facebook because I have all my family there, and it's controversial for them. I used to share it on Tumblr before they deleted my account. All my pictures broke their new guidelines. Apparently, men want to send you unwanted dick picture. I always send them that, like, this is 2021. If a woman wants dick picture, they will ask for it. So stop sending it.
拍摄期间被路过的陌生人看到身体，比约克感到坦然。但许多时候，人们不仅看，还会拿出手机拍，这可是他不允许的。
It's like, it's okay when you look, I don't care, but just don't take pictures. One time there was, we were 3 models posing. There was like a Jeep, we saw them, and we saw them, they were gonna take photos. So I called out like, it's illegal to take photos without permission. And they clearly did not care. So we took the license plate number, and I think the photographer was gonna tell the police about it. But at the same time, we were kind of doing something illegal. So if the guys would be like, yeah, we thought it was really inappropriate and they were hurting our eyes, then they could sue us. Some person posing naked, I wouldn't do anything. But if I would see a person exposing themselves, like in public, in front of kids, then I would do something. So I think it's all about how it's done.
采访开始前，我和比约克确认提问的边界。他说他欢迎我问任何的问题。于是我问，每当来月经的时候，会特地延后拍摄行程吗？
I do photo shoots when I'm on my period. I've done like with the cup, but I also like done just like freely. And it has never been a problem because I mean I'm outdoors. It's not gonna kill anybody. Starting now, and I think women are being way more open about the period, which is really good thing because it's something that happens to almost every woman. Also important that we normalize period with guys. They don't know better. That's the reason they're not taught about it. So of course they're gonna make fun of it. If they're straight, they're gonna have a girlfriend who will have her period. They should know about it. If they're gonna have kids, they might have a girl. Like, I think it's really also important that we normalize period with guys, not just girls. And also, like, there was a girl who was wearing white pants and her period went through, and instead of like letting her know, like, oh, but it's okay, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the blood going through, which I know now. I didn't know when I was a kid because nobody talked about it. It was just like, oh my God, you have to go and hide it, and oh my God, you know, it went through. But it's like, it's just blood. I mean, you get your nose bleed, and there's nothing terrible gonna happen.
对于身体，比约克十分开明。我想听一听，如果不是拍摄艺术作品，在日常生活，他对不穿衣服这件事有什么他的看法。
I could not sit on Östervöllur on a sunny day with my tits out. Like, that's illegal. But a guy can go to the store without a shirt. That makes no sense for me. But I could go to the swimming pool without my bikini top, but I mean, nobody does it. So you don't really do it because, you know, everybody will be looking at you. And if other women would do it, I would also do it. It's like when you're on a beach in Spain and you see there's a topless woman and you're like, yes. Like, I'm not the only one. It's not that I see it as sexualized, but I know that people will sexualize me when I'm doing it. And when I'm on the beach or in the swimming pool, I don't want to be sexualized. I just want to chill.
I worked in catering, I worked in fashion, I worked in clothing stores, and it wasn't until I started doing like freelance modeling that I found my love with modeling. And also when I started working with disabled people, that also gave me a purpose, because I was learning so much from them and I got to teach them something, so we were teaching each other, and that also gave me so much purpose. So for me to be a boss of your own life, especially for women, is like you take control of your image and what you want to do with your life. Society says that you're supposed to go to school, find a husband, get married, have kids, and then take care of your kids. But not every woman wants that. I mean, of course we should listen to what the people around us say, but we should listen. We shouldn't exactly do what they say. Take control of your life and be your boss. Don't let anybody boss you around.
和比约克相处，最打动我的一个细节，当他从结冰的湖里全裸出来，回到车里，第一件事是和摄影师看刚拍的照片，然后才穿衣服暖身体。那个时刻我很明确，他真的热爱裸体艺术摄影。MAIA Active 发起了女性选择自由的主题活动，得知这期纪录片是关于女性裸体模特，并了解到比约克的故事，他们愿意全力支持，还专程将产品寄到冰岛，材质舒适，设计有质感。品牌理念更是致力于为女性发声，鼓励女性勇敢而快乐地为自己而活。这部纪录片作品能加入到这样有意义的活动中，我感到荣幸，让更多元的女性形象被看到。She's the boss， 她可以。
没有什么决定是她不能做的。从他到他，如果生理说不行，心里说可以。听心里的。
年轻没有什么不可以。
不年轻也没什么不可以。不是所有梦想都是为了自己。
没有男朋友不可耻，活得不开心才可耻。
没有什么决定是他不能做的。
Three, 2, 1, go! Continued! 3, 2, 1, let's keep walking. I don't exist.
Ending the show.
When you look in a mirror, you feel like you see yourself as you are. Which, I mean, it's kind of true, but when you do a photo shoot, you see yourself in another perspective. Because maybe you're doing a pose. I mean, you've seen on Instagram now, many influencers are showing how their body is and how they changed it for a photo shoot. And that's kind of what you learn being a new art, how to use your body for an illusion. And that kind of just like captured me, and I wanted to see what's more I could do with it.